I am the true alpha male, the living legend of hair loss. I rule the kingdom of hair loss. Let's evaluate the situation. What's it been, 4 weeks? Been about 4 weeks since I did the zero guard on the sides and the back. So let's just imagine this. Let's try to put this in perspective. By the time I did that 4 weeks ago, it had been about 2 weeks since I did my last #1 guard buzz cut all over. So in theory, it's like if it's been 4, I don't know, it's been like close to like, this is clearly safely a ½ inch on top at this point. I'm just trying to figure it out. If we were measuring out this haircut ultimately, let's imagine that in 4 weeks how much has grown out. Imagine what a zero guard looks like on the sides and the back. And this is how much my hair has grown since then. So this is what it looks like. So keep in mind that for 2020, the whole concept is my goal is to end up having a legitimate flat top. And that's to experiment too with the concept of with a Norwood 2.5, can I pull that off? Can we make that work? I think in reality what's gonna have to happen is that I'm gonna still have to get another haircut before it's long enough to start spiking up for the flat top. So what I expect to happen about a month from now, the end of January, I'll probably have to go back for another zero around the sides and the back. And by the time that's ready to grow out, in theory, that will be when I get my first shorter flat top. But I think it's gonna, for me, I need this to at least be at least an inch before I can really even think about the flat top. But we assessed that we're probably looking at, Maxwell Smart, the resident barber here on the channel, he says more like 2 inches, and then it's going to be about a ½ inch up here. So in theory, what it's on top right now is going to be about what it will be when the full flat top's done, because this is the shortest part. And just imagine too, well, let's get out the, I mean, if you're, I think it goes without saying that the living legend of hair loss, the true alpha male, the one who rules the kingdom of hair loss, keeps a tape measure in the bathroom drawer. But let's just measure out 2 inches and just kind of get a concept for that. So, well, because for me the concept is to make a flat top work, and for this front to be it's got to be in theory higher than this, otherwise that'd just be shaved bald. So we need it high enough that when I turn sideways, this is still going to be higher than the top of my head, because the flat top kind of goes up right from the back. So much engineering involved, right? So let's see, from the smallest point, yeah, see, I think Max is onto something. That's the 2 inch mark, right? See that? Turn sideways. Put my finger on it. So in theory, yeah, I think ultimately even more like 1.5 inches is gonna be all right. So there you go. There's what we're thinking. This is all, you know, that's the thing that keeps us focused right now. That's the agenda right now on this channel. Always got to have something new. What's the new thing that he's doing? He already shaved off his hair. He already grew a beard. You know, he's already had the modern college cut. So he's got to do the flat top. What else is left? So that's what we're looking at. So just take it in. Just take in the fact that it's been 4 weeks since I did a zero guard on the sides and the back. Keep in mind, probably gonna have to do that again in about a month, while leaving the top, of course. And by the time that zero guard grows out long enough to be cut again, then I think we'll be long enough, not for the 2 inch flat top, but at least for a shorter version that it can at least I can pull it off and say this is a flat top. And just for good measure, when I film in the bathroom during the daytime, I like to whoa. You'll see what I mean? It's funny because when I do it the opposite way, it's like a white screen. Because I think people like to assess, like, oh, how bad does his hair look, you know, under different lights. So that's why I do this. I guess it's like a tradition now. But as you can see, there's no overhead light on anymore. It's just sunlight coming from behind me in a window over there. And when I do that, it makes this cowlick more obvious. It looks like a bald spot. And I've done a video. I said, Max, are you sure that's not a bald spot? And it looks like, it's like I can even part it. Max is like, well, your hair is thinner on top, but that's how your hair grows. So that's just, it's going to grow like that. And when it's shorter, it's more obvious. And now that it's Thinner on top, it's going to do that, but that's not actually a bald spot. So we can keep talking about that if you need me to keep talking about it in other videos. So there you go. That's what it looks like in a different lighting. And just for fun, now that we had the blackout, let's end with the whiteout. Like, what season of Lost is it where I guess they do that? Like season 4? I think it's when they pull the plug or something. Here we go. Whoa, man. See, it's funny. In addition to being the true alpha male, you know, the living legend of hair loss, ruling the kingdom of hair loss, I admit that this is the industry of hair loss entertainment. Those words shouldn't go together. Hair loss entertaining. But you're watching it and I'm doing it. It exists. The free market allows it to exist. Hair loss entertainment. Fathom that. Your comments belong right here.